Hey guys, it's Sarah, and this is my studio. Okay, this is my office space. I'll be real honest. This is Makerspace 2.0, if you will. And today, this is going to be probably fairly low editing, just warning you guys. So if things aren't perfect, that's the reasoning I thought I kind of would do something a little more simple. But I kind of wanted to test foiling. Like everybody's been showing off, the DTF stickers and all that with the Laminator, but there's been very little on the foiling. In fact, there's actually not even really the best of instructions online. I'm basing this on what I saw listed in the pictures that are included on the little foil if you go to order it, and then also the instructions that I've got for the little Laminator, and just trying to figure that out. And particularly I'm interested in foiling on specific items. I've got just a couple of bookmarks just basically in my office that I had that I thought I'd give it a try on to test. Now, when you're in xTool software, it has it so that the foiling is on their varnish, not their white, which is, I think the flexible white is how UV Make does theirs. So as a result, I've never foiled anything because I don't have any flexible white. So I thought, okay, let's test it. And I have no idea how many layers. It doesn't tell you. It's you just, you put in however many you want. So I have one bookmark that's got 1, 2, 3 layers of varnish, and then another one that's got 4, 5, 6. That's probably overkill, but I just figured I'd see which one works the best. This is definitely me in experimentation mode. I am taking a lot of guesses because admittedly, I've got this pile of stuff they sent me with the Laminator and the roll feeder, and things aren't really labeled in here. I'm kind of honestly having to guess a little bit. I got 2 rolls of what's clearly foil. I mean, I can figure that out. Silver and gold. I think the online, they also have a holographic one, but the holographic one, it almost looks like you're supposed to print on it. The Laminator itself came with a roll of what's got to be the B film already installed, and it pops out easily. I know with the B roll, this is sort of that adhesive overlay, and it's kind of blue, and it's going to match this one. So this roll and this roll are the exact same size. So you're actually getting a full roll of B film when you get the Laminator, at least as far as I know it came with it, and I'm assuming what's in the box is going to be what you're going to get. The Laminator came with some clear sheets. This would be a roll for the small prints that it comes with in the Laminator, but I got sent a roll of that. But then this one, I couldn't figure out for the life of me what it was because it's not labeled, but having looked at the foil instructions online, I'm guessing this is adhesive remover. The idea that I saw when looking at the foiling stuff is that if you're doing a sticker like on the A roll, and you go to run the sticker through the Laminator, but you want to foil the sticker, the problem is that the foil is going to want to stick to the adhesive on the A roll. Because keep in mind, when you're printing stickers on A film, the A film is entirely coated in adhesive. This is the backing of the sticker. The entire sheet is an adhesive. If I were to go and run the entire sheet through on a layer of foil, the foil is going to stick on the entire thing. So in order to foil stickers, you need to get the adhesive off. And to do that, my guess is that you run it through using this adhesive remover. And then once that's through, it has you weed it, and it sends you a little weeding tool, which has a very particular look for those of you guys, who happen to own a cutter of a certain pick. I mean, it's not labeled, but I just had to chuckle a little bit. But you've got a weeding tool essentially to pull the adhesive remover off. I'm guessing it probably weeds like vinyl. Again, I don't know. We'll see if I do that. That's kind of what came with the box. So knowing that, I thought, okay, well, there's, images of doing the foiling on acrylic and things like that. So I thought, okay, well, let's just try and do the foiling on a surface that doesn't require the adhesive removal, and then I can play around with that. I've got these bookmarks. So I'm going to get the Laminator set up. So, and it says, pay attention to the direction of the roll. There's a sticker, and then there's a piece of tape underneath. There's a really long piece of tape on here. Okay, now we're working. I'm fairly certain it wants, the roll to go in this way. And it's got some grooves, so you can match up the grooves so that it'll actually hold the roll in place. And then I just pop this in. There we go. And then it wants you to close the cover. And then this little thingy hides in here. I pulled it out already, but basically you use it to kind of line it up. So I've got some extra here on the back, and then there's a cut button. Oh, cool. Cuts automatically. So I've got some extra foil here. All right, and then this up-down wheel There's a little thing in here that has the height that you're working with. Basically just kind of roll it to what height you want it to be, and it's in millimeters. So I'm going to set it to 1 millimeter, and then I'm going to set heating on. Once the heating is complete, you'll hear a beep, and the heating indicator turns solid orange. Okay, so it's blinking at the moment, so I'll wait for it to heat up. So we're heated. You're here seeing how this works and whether or not I actually have it correct. So I'm going to set this one in, and then I'm going to put this one right behind it. I have no idea if this will work. I need to push them through. So I'm going to use that little metal thing to push them through. At least it's straightened up a bit. It was a little on the wrinkled side before. Oh, all right, guys. All right, first of all, good sign here. Ta-da! Look at that. Yes, I used a little Halloween haunted house on the back of it. I'm getting ready for spooky season. Absolutely. Remember how I talked about how I was going to try different amounts of varnish because I didn't know what was going to work? This is 1, 2, 3. And I obviously 1 and 2 don't work. 3 looks pretty good. If I'm looking over here, 4, 5, 6. I would say 4, 5, and 6 probably give better results. There's some super tiny areas that it missed. You could see on 6, interestingly, but then there's also some spots that it missed on 4 and it missed on 5. So my guess is it's probably just, how delicate of the design. It almost looks like pressure. Like if I turned it down, like maybe I need it to be a little bit closer, like a little more pressure, like tell it, okay, to be small, to not have the thing as high as it is, like my little marker, like maybe if I brought it down a little bit so it gave more pressure, it would probably give better results. I would say looking at this, probably 4 layers of varnish would be my recommendation. I mean, you could probably get away with 3, but looking at 3 doesn't look nearly as good as 4. And then after 4, I feel like it's diminishing returns. I feel like 4 gives you good results. But this could also be a pressure thing, and you might be able to get away with 3. So, but either way, that's how you do it. It's a matter of printing using the varnish, the foil setting on it, adjusting your height, and then just putting it in. There's no additional adhesive work at all. That is how you do that. So then the question becomes is, if I were to want to do a design, how would I go about doing that? My guess is I would want to print a design in like CMYK, and then where I want the foiling, I would then do that with a varnish layer like on top. Let me go print something really quick, and then we'll come back and try this. Okay, I'm back. And this time I've got a piece of acrylic that I printed, and I did a layer of white, then a layer of color, and then I did 4 layers of the gloss varnish. I actually kind of want to see if I could potentially use the spare hot foil and run it through the laminator without having to use the roll. Pull that out. Put a couple pieces of masking tape on just so it stays in place. And I have no idea if this is going to work, truth be told. Okay. All right. Let's see if this works. Oh, not quite perfect. I probably need to adjust my pressure, but check that out, guys. So yeah, like I said, you can see some areas where it didn't quite foil over, and that could just be maybe a pressure setting, maybe taping a little harder, but you can do that. So from what I've gathered, this is effectively a laminator. This is hot foil. And the hot foil adheres to the varnish. And it does not seem to matter what surface you put on. I got it to work on acrylic, and I got it to work on my 3D prints. It's just really looks like a matter of kind of figuring out the pressure settings, dialing things in. Anytime you do anything like this, you're obviously going to want to test, make sure you get the right height. So now that we've figured out foiling, how does that work on a DTF sticker? So I printed my logo. This is a DTF film. It is super, super sticky. The foil is going to stick to absolutely all of this. So what I need to do is remove all of that first, I believe is what we use this for. Okay. All right. So again, I'm going to load this into the machine. So I can get that cut. So let's see if this works. Let's see if this is the adhesive remover that we're looking for. So I'm just going to throw this in and cross my fingers. Okay, it comes out. I'm going to cut it. So let's see what happens if I peel it. Oh, I mean, it's clearly pulling the adhesive off, but I don't want it to take the sticker with it. That would be bad. Does it take the sticker with it? Okay, it talked about weeding. So let's try this. Well, first of all, it sticks to the varnish, but I don't want it to do that. So if I weed, can I convince it otherwise? guys. No, that comes right up. If I do that, it pulls all of the adhesive off, but it also pulls the sticker with it. So I'm not sure how this would work with the adhesive roll, truth be told, because there's no way to get that off. I wonder if I'm missing a step, or maybe it needs to be thicker. I don't know. But at the very least, we have figured out how you can foil on items using the laminator and the settings that seem to work. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. In the meantime, if you want to see more content like this, by all means, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Also, if you can tap the like button to tell the Eldritch algorithm that this video was a good one, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.